Nintendo Direct just dropped, and you already know we gotta talk about it. So let's talk about it. Dude. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Husky Puppy over at NGI, and today in this video we're going over crazy. I told you I'm back with the grind. Nintendo dropped a bomber, 47-minute long. Now we're gonna get into it. First thing I'm gonna say about it is too many damn farm simulation, life simulation, RPG games make me never want to play RPG, JRPG ever again. Gotta get that out the way. So they started off with Fire Emblem Engage. Now Fire Emblem had a nice strong run during the Three Houses event, and it was bringing back some classic bangers. Fire Emblem was a game I didn't think I would actually like until I started playing it, and I fell in love with it. And I do like the series and the characters and the fantasy elements and the story that the game provides. It is high tech quality, and I do appreciate it. After Fire Emblem Engage, they showed off It Takes Two, the Switch edition. Now this is a game I've already reviewed on my channel. I played and beat this with my son together as we stayed up a whole night and we just played it during a weekend. We legit played it, grinded it out all night. It was a phenomenal, amazing experience. Definitely rekindled the fire of gaming, and it was something that I could play alongside my son, and we could just beat the game together and just feel that type of joy like I used to feel back in the day as a kid. And then he's getting it now, so he's gonna have that nostalgia in 10-20 years from now. So it's pretty cool to do that together. After It Takes Two Switch edition, we had Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I don't really know much about Fatal Frame other than it's a horror game with a girl as a photographer. Does look pretty interesting, but nevertheless I don't know much, so I can't say much. It's just that one is coming. And then they showed off Xenoblade Chronicle 3 DLC, and I'm staying out of that territory because I haven't even played Xenoblade Chronicle 3 at all yet. Now, never mind have I beat the second one. I beat the first one recently, actually. I just haven't done the prequel in the first one, and I haven't played any of the second one. So those are on my to-do list. After that, we had a friggin' amazing series that I love. It's the SpongeBob franchise. I love the cartoon, I love the show, I love the movies, and I love the games. I'm actually currently playing Battle of the Bikini Bottom Rehydrated on my PS5 again right now, even though I already beat it on Switch. I'm doing it again so I can get the Platinum Trophy and just to have that nostalgia because I love the game so much. Well, the sequel's coming called SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake, and you bet your ass I can't wait to dabble in. After that, we had one that was a bit of a head scratcher in my opinion. We had Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star. It's fitness boxing, but with those type of characters, if that floats your boat. Ubisoft sneaking in their titles in here with Oddballers. That one looks to be a arcade brawler, dodgeball kind of, but not really. A video game, looks fun, endless customizations, beat the hell out of you and your friends, or online playability. Just not too much to say, just an average looking game. And we had Tunic. I've heard numerous things about this game to get into it, to play it. So maybe Tunic would be something that I'm going to be interested in picking up. I don't know how to get it on the Switch. I think it might be on PlayStation 5. Right now, I just prefer to play on PS5. I'm not trying to be biased. It's just I'm at home a lot recently. So I just prefer playing on my giant TV in HDR and 4K, you know, etc., etc. Not trying to float my boat here, but I'm just being honest on what I'm doing in gaming space. After Tunic, we had Front Mission 1, 2, and 3 remakes, all spread out over time. 3 with being the furthest one out, 1 dropping fairly recent, 2 dropping next year, and 3, like I said, that's fairly gone. And then we get into some of the crazy shit, like Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. Story of Seasons been popping up a lot recently in this year, so it's no surprise to me to see another installment. They have some updates for Splatoon. They announced a Splatfest, some gear, and just more modes coming for free, of course, because Splatoon's known for that endless upgrade ability. If you've played Splatoon 1 and 2, and I haven't picked up 3 yet, there's just a lot of shit going on, and I just don't have a lot of time for it all. After Splatoon 3, we had Octopath Traveler 2. Octopath Traveler is a game that burned me. I played the first one, and the grind held me back. So I'm not as interested in as I was with the first game. This game will probably be a pickup, but on sale. To be honest, this is not a day one buy for me, just because of the first one turned me off so hard with that grind. Then we had another simulation life farm simulator game, Fae Farm, which aims to capture the fans of Story of Seasons. What is that game? I can't think of the game right now. Hold on, let me pause real quick. Back from the pause. It's called Harvest Moon. It wants to capture those fans, and honestly, I'm just Story of Seasons. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens. Another game that I actually played on the 3DS that it's pretty cool coming to Switch is the Final Fantasy the Rhythm game. And it's like Guitar Hero Rock Band without the instruments. You just tap your controller and to the songs, and they got a lot of shit coming, like Octopath songs, Live a Life songs, songs from Final Fantasy, all the stuff, man. So that's pretty cool to see that. Maybe a pickup, maybe not. It's gonna have online battling modes, story modes, etc., etc. Tons of DLCs, over 600 songs, yada yada yada. Then we've had Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope, another one that creeped over from the Ubisoft showcase. I didn't really talk about the Ubisoft showcase because honestly there wasn't much to talk about in my opinion, but that's for another video, and maybe I will go over and do that one. After that, we had the and just to touch a little bit about Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope, I'm super excited for that one. The first game was a sleeper hit. When it first came out, everybody talked doo-doo diarrhea of it when it was announced, but then when it came out, everybody loved it. So, and I personally loved the first one, so I can't wait to check out Sparks of Hope. Then we had Rune Factory 3 Special. Rune Factory 5 just dropped, but they want to capture the nostalgic because Rune Factory 5 changed a lot of things. So a third installment called Rune Factory 3 Special is being made to please those fans, to get them back to that nostalgic Rune Factory 5-ness, 3-ness, apparently. After that, we had a lot of N64 games. Like they were hitting us really fast. They had Pilot Wings, Mario Party 1, 2, 3, Pokemon Stadium 2, 1080 snowboarding, and Excitebike with GoldenEye 007 to top it off with no cherries or whipped cream. Super excited to get those games. I don't have the expansion pass yet. I still can't even get the N64 Switch controller. Every time I go to fucking buy it, it's sold out. So I'm excited to see if I can even get that, and maybe the Nintendo 64 expansion will be somewhat in my grips soon. And obviously I have a lot of people in my family plan, so they will enjoy that a lot when if I do end up picking that up. Various Day Life was shown, more farming type life simulation RPG. Honestly, at this point I didn't really care. It was made by Square Enix, who's doing Octopath Traveler, doing all these other farming simulation type games, so I just moved on. Factorio is a top-down strategy building simulation of factories. I don't know, not really interested, so we're gonna skip on to that one. LB is a 2D indie, looks like straight out of RPG Maker, if you guys know anything about that, but that's not too shy away from it because it looks like to have those creepy Undertale vibes, or just that creepy indie feeling, and it looks like it could be potentially okay. After that, they showed off Mario Strikers update with Pauline and Diddy Kong being added to the roster with more gear options and a new stadium. After the Mario Strikers update, we had Atelier Ryza 3, and it seems like Atelier Ryza's been fucking shitting out games. They've been shitting out Atelier Ryzas. They had the first one, the second one, now the third one's on the way. I haven't played any of them, so nothing to say there for me. And Wave 3 for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which they also thrown out. If you had the expansion pack, you get all these things for free, including Splatoon 2 Octos and the Animal Crossing DLC. So the value is starting to stack up, where when it first debuted it wasn't worth it at all, but now the value is being there. So very interesting to see that, and like I said, I may be picking that expansion pack up soon. Just gotta keep an eye out and and see if I end up doing that. And then if I do, I can always review a lot of the N64 stuff and their frame rate and performance, and see if it's updated from when I last heard about it. After that, they gave us a Nintendo Switch Sports update saying that golf is coming out holiday. And moving on from that, we had Mario movie update coming out next year in springtime, and they were celebrating 2 years of Super Nintendo World in Japan, but it's actually opening up in California. So I don't know if I want to wait till the Orlando one opens, or do I want to take a trip to California just to experience Super Nintendo World when it opens. After that, they had Pikmin Bloom shown, which was a mobile game, and they threw out the Pikmin 4. But it was just a splash screen. There was no gameplay footage, but let's just say a lot of people are hyped about Pikmin 4. Obviously, I'm more hyped about Pikmin 4 than Pikmin Bloom mobile, but I still have to play the Pikmin 3 Deluxe that's out there. I just been moseying around in life. After that, we had a Just Dance 2023, which was already shown off in the Ubisoft showcase, but they're collaborating with Nintendo, so they're going to throw that in there. Just a little extra title to throw off the juices. And then Harvestella was shown, which I'm ready to sleep at this point because we've just been getting hit in the head with nothing but JRPGs, RPGs, life simulations, and this looks more of the same from the same company, Square Enix. After that, we had a game I'm most anticipated for. Beat the first one, fucking loved it. Beat the second one, amazing fucking game. Bayonetta 3 is finally coming out this October, and I'm beyond psyched. Can't wait to get my hands on this. Will be playing this day one alongside of Modern Warfare 2. So those will probably be my 2 pickups for October. I'm stamping that there. And honestly, this next game that was shown kind of like put a little differentness in me, because usually I'm not a fan of these type of games, but this one kind of gave me those detective vibes. And as I'm talking about the Mysterious Detective of Raincode, this one actually looks pretty damn sick. It's like Persona and Detective and Danganronpa all in one, and it even had female Bowsette as a cameo. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, just Google Bowsette and you'll know what I mean. Then we had a couple things we could laugh about, because Capcom trying to get Resident Evil on the Switch, but they're all just cloud versions, and maybe it might work good for me because we finally upgraded to fiber optics. If you don't know about fiber optics, go Google the fiber optics. The shit is phenomenal. But for other people around the world that don't have that, it might not work good at all for you. They even have a little ending on the bottom and fine print saying, hey, it might not work everywhere. But we have Resident Evil Village, all the Resident Evil 2, 3, 7, yada yada yada, cloud versions, Dutify Garbage Diarrhea, Dumpster Juice, no, don't touch it, it'll harm you. Then we had Sifu, a game that I actually just bought recently because it was on sale, so I'll be talking about that once I play through it. And a Crisis Core FF7 remaster, which kind of interests me because I don't think I've seen that on the PS5, which means it would be a potential Nintendo Switch exclusive. I gotta check that out. And after that, we had something that resembled Atari with Radiant Silvergun, which honestly, I don't care. And then we had Endless Dungeon, which actually is something that I do have a particular interest in, especially because of the co-op nature of it, and I just like dungeon crawling video games. And then we had Tales of Spionia remaster. If you guys played this one already, it's just going to be more of the same. After that, we had the Life is Strange Bay Collection being put out to the Switch. These kind of hit these ones pretty fast. Romancing Saga, Lego Brick Tales, Disney Speedstorm, and finally Fall Guys, which everybody's been talking about coming to the Switch. They want Fall Guys. Where the fuck is Fall Guys? Well, Fall Guys is finally coming. Then we had Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which is getting a new ability in the remastered game called the Mecha. And they had some improvements where everybody can play as Kirby, and it has a collection of mini games inside the game. And finally, we can stop saying Breath of the Wild 2, because it is not Breath of the Wild 2. It is Legends of Zelda Tears of the New Kingdom. And that is the Nintendo Direct news wrap up. A lot of people are calling it mid and borderline terrible. A lot of people say Zelda saved it, but honestly, Zelda ain't coming out anytime soon. And a lot of it was life simulation. farm simulation RPGs with a few sprinkled coolness in, like Bayonetta, which I'm super excited for, Pikmin, the new Fire Emblem, just a few things that I can say off the top of my head. A lot of content coming to the Switch. Great. I feel, in my opinion, it was a great direct. Not great because it had all the craziest things, but the amount of content packed into it, even if you're not a fan of it, is definitely, you know, with appreciative, because we're in kind of a drought with games, at least on certain systems. Nintendo seems to be doing pretty well for themselves, but on other systems the gaming is kind of dead, especially when you have games like Saints Row dropping that are terrible, not even worth a play. But I will play it, but not at full price. I'm waiting for a big drop, possibly Black Friday sales right after Thanksgiving. So if you want that Saints Row, maybe that's a good time to pick it up. But like I said, guys, I don't feel like it was terrible. I don't feel like it was mid. I don't feel like it was excellent or amazing. I just feel like it was pretty great. But that is my opinion. That's why you guys watch my videos, just to see what I say and to compare your own thoughts and own opinions, and just to get somebody else's views about it. A lot of interesting things in there, but that is to wrap up this news direct. And I have another video dropping later today, because usually this doesn't happen. We don't get 2 directs in one day, but we got Sony dropping around 6 o'clock my time, because I'm on the East Coast. So I'll be back with a new video wrapping up the PlayStation's video. It's about 20 minutes or so, so it's not going to be as long as this one. But this video is running pretty long, guys. It's supposed to be a news wrap up, not a whole breakdown analysis of what dropped, because that would be ruining the point of this video. It's just a news wrap up with my thoughts added onto it, giving you guys some digestive news. So make sure you stay up to date with everything latest gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, leave a comment below. I do read and respond to every single comment other than trolls, because I don't have time for that. I got too many things going on in the background, playing games, making reviews, making my beats for my production company, going crazy in the background, making YouTube videos. I don't have time to be dealing with people just talking shit. So God bless, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video.